All right, welcome back, everyone. We're on page 7 now of the Sound of Spring floral album. So this is our last pocket page here. So I'm going to go ahead and label this 7, turn it over, and 8. I've got my open parts on the sides. Okay, so here's a list of flaps to cut out. 2 of these aren't flaps, they're little booklets that we're going to make. So if you want to go ahead and write these down, the A piece is 7 7/8 by 5 3/4. B is 7 7/8 by 4 1/4. And again, that's the 7 7/8 is 2 lines before 8. C is a pocket, so that's 8 7/8 by 4 1/2. So that's 2 lines before 9. D is 7 7/8 by 5 1/4. E is 7 7/8 by 4 3/4. F is another pocket, so that's 8. Whoop, I don't know if you can see this. 8 3/4 by 4. Okay, so our little booklets that go on the inside, I have to give you the measurement. So this is 11 by 7 5/8, and 7 5/8 is 2 lines after 7 1/2. And H is a 9 by 7. Okay, so let's put these 2 booklets aside and just worry about our flaps, which we're going to score now. Okay, I'm going to get these in order. Okay, so the A piece, we're going to score this 1/2 inch with the 5 3/4 side facing the top. B is going to be, we're going to have a gusset here. So we're going to score this at 3 3/4 and 3 1/2. And let me just make sure real quick. I'm going to have the 4 1/2 side facing up. So I'm going to, so you can either put a pencil mark at 3 3/4 and 3 1/2, but I'm just going to put this on the 1/2 inch line and then scoot it over 1/4 inch. So either way. And then I have a space that's 1/4 inch. Looks a little not straight, so let me redo this. Okay. C, I am going to have that, it's going to be a pocket opening, so we want our widest side to be the opening, so I'm going to start with that side at the top. And D is a left flap, so we're going to have the 5 1/4 inch side facing the top. E is a pocket, so I want the widest side. Let me just make sure. No, that's not the pocket. F is the pocket. So I want to score 1/2 inch with the 4 3/4 side facing the top. F is our pocket. We want the widest side open. So I'm going to start with that at the top so it won't get a score line. The two shorter sides will get it and across the bottom. Okay. Actually, keep this out. We're going to score these booklet that we cut out. So let's do G first. And G is going to be scored in the middle. So what we can do here, this is 11 inches. I'm just going to put a pencil mark at 5.5. Okay, let's fold that over and make sure it's even. Yes, it is. Okay, H, we'll score that in the middle. So that's going to be at 4.5. Fold that over. Okay, so we can put our scoreboard away. And okay, so let's bring out our pocket page. Oops, first we've got to tape these up. Okay, so I'm using my 3/8 inch tape. You know what to do by this point. So we're going to put the tape with the mountain side facing up, and it's going to be on the linen side if you're using this American Crafts. I actually found a bunch of American Crafts cardstock on Zulily, and not Zulily, it's Zilly. I'm gonna have to look that up now. But it's a website. They sell clothes and kitchenware and all that, but they also had American Crafts, so for a very good price. You could just do a search if you like this paper, because it's a nice 80-pound and it was pretty reasonable, and see what comes up. But I was surprised that came up. So that's where I ordered this last batch from. I think it's called Zulily. And I've gotten it off of Amazon in the past too. Alright, so let's get all these folded. Actually, the pocket before we fold, we'll cut that. These are the ones we can fold. Okay, so the one with the gusset will fold on both of those score lines. And we'll just have a little 1/4 inch space. Okay, so let's do our pockets. We'll miter the corners here. So up and then turn. And one of those booklets had to be that exact measurement, that 5/8 measurement, because it has to fit in this pocket. So by trial and error, be trying to fit the book in here. And that's the measurement it came up with. Okay, so we're ready to start here. So, flap A, let me get my tool that picks off my tape here. Okay, flap A goes on the bottom. Okay, so I've got my 7 up here, and this is going to go on the bottom. So you'll have just a little bit of space to the left and right, and you put it right up to the edge, the bottom edge of this pocket flap, page pocket. Okay. B is our one with the gusset. It's going to go at the top. So I'm lining it up with that, so it's right in line with this bottom flap. Bring it right to the end, so that first score line is at the edge. There we go. Yeah, so the first score line is right at the edge, and then this is flush right here. I'm off a little bit right there, so I'm going to move that. So your gusset is right in line with the top edge of this pocket page. There, I was off by a hair. So, okay, that looks good. All right, C is going to be a pocket that goes on top of this flap. So let's find our C pocket. Yeah, and when you're cutting your flaps, just label them with a pencil, A, B, C. You don't have to put the measurement like I did. I just did that for you to see, but that helps. Okay, so C is going to go right on top of this flap. And I'm lining it up left, right, and this is across the bottom. And we're going to leave the side score tape on, because you're going to be putting paper behind here. Okay, let's see, one of our booklets is going to go right in here and hold this shut. Okay, so left and right flaps. So D goes on the left. I'm hoping that you saw that I have a cut list on the walkthrough. So you print that out, highlight it and print it out, and you can have it next to you when you make these pages. And if not, I'll go over everything. But sometimes it's nice to have that written down. Okay, so I want to make this within these two score lines, this score line here and this score line here. This pocket has to not go past that score line so that these close. Okay, so there's the right flap. That was the left flap. E is the right flap. There, I'll line it up this way. Make sure that closes. Good, good. Okay, and now what do we have left? Just the F, which is a pocket on the inside. Oh, no, it's not. It goes on top of our flat pocket. So hold on one second. Hold on real quick. All right. Yes, it's going to go over here, and we will have our pull-out inside here. So let's just take off the bottom piece. I'll turn this. It goes on top of the left flap. So you will have a little bit of space to the left and right here, but that is okay. All right, so let's get our magnets put down. All right. What we're gonna do here. Okay, I'm gonna put 2 right here. Put those inside. Yeah, because this is gonna be pretty heavy, and I don't want anything lifting up, so I'm gonna do the 2 instead of the 1 in the middle. And just make sure this tape, you leave a little bit of space at your edge, because you don't want it sticking out. You're gonna have paper here, but you're only gonna leave like 1/8 of an inch. All right, put this down. Okay, so we've got that down, and I am going to, let's see what I can do on this side. So what I'm gonna do, I'll put 2 here, and that'll land right there. Just wanted to make sure. So I'm gonna have a booklet in there, but this should hold that, even if there's a booklet. I think I'm gonna need more magnets already. Yeah, and when these flaps are on the inside and I have top and bottom flaps, you need these to stay down. You need these edges to stay down. So that's why I wind up putting 2. If it was the only flap and you didn't have something coming over it, you could get away with 1 in the middle. Okay. Oh, that is not going anywhere. Actually, I wonder if I even need, these 2 seem to land right. Let me just take this off a second. So it is possible that the 2, it just wound up that way. These 2 are right on top of other magnets. So let me just test it and see if these 2, yeah, they wind up hitting these 2 that are the same as those. So I actually could save 2 magnets. So see if yours lines up that way. Yeah. And so basically, to make yours line up that way, just to be sure, you do your first 2. They land here. Then what you do is you take the opposite of these, which is a plus. Well, these happen to be a minus. So I put a plus so that glue will be sticking straight up, and then just fold this over and they'll land here. Mine just happened to land right exactly there. So you can save yourself 2 magnets if you do it that way. Okay, yeah, so that works. Okay, so these, let's bring myself back here. I'm going to need 2 over here. Might as well put the 2 that I just had. Because when those other flaps closed, it was a loud, you know, magnetizing sound. So they just happened to line up perfectly. That was good. Okay, so this goes up there. Okay, that'll stick down once I put my design paper on. And then the top flap, let's see where they land. I have magnets here, and this looks like it would land. Let me make, oh, this one is not quite. It's a little sticking out. So let me see what I can do here. All right, if I put one in the middle, I think that would keep it closed. Let's test that out. It's too bad we couldn't do the same thing. If it lands here, the magnet, it just sticks out a little past this, so that doesn't work with the saving ourselves a couple magnets, but we'll put one in the middle. I think that'll hold. If it doesn't, if you put one in the middle, you don't like the way it looks because the corners flip up, you can take it off and just put two on the ends. But I believe this should hold. Let's see. We will find out. Ooh, we don't want that. That landed right in the middle. So I'm going to have to move this. Even if I put it right up to the edge, I think it would fall. If I put this right up to the edge, it might. Let me try. That's why I didn't tape it down. Let me try. We'll see where that lands. Yeah, it lands just to the edge if I put this right to the edge. So that should be okay. Let me just make sure it looks good. This will be down. This is flipping up a little. Yeah, so I guess we couldn't get away with it. We're gonna have to put them on the ends. Doesn't hurt just to try. Save yourself, but yeah. Slowly wind up with two on the ends. Let's see where they land real quick before I tape it down. So I'm gonna look. Gotta get a little bit up closer to the top. Make sure it lands on this piece of paper. Yeah, so right up to the edge there. Ooh, okay. Okay. Yeah. So we wind up, this is a little too close to the top here. So I got to scoot this up a little bit more. Sometimes it is just trial and error. So we'll go get through this together. That's up at the top. And let's see where that lands. Okay, so that fits. Also, the booklet that we're going to have in this pocket will hold this shut. So if you don't want to bother with the magnets, you don't have to, because let's see, this booklet is going to go in this pocket. Actually, it's going to be this one. So this would go in here. This is going to be stuck down. So this presses down on this top flap and keeps it closed. So if the magnets bother you being too close to the edge like that, you don't have to put them. Or you could try your one in the middle, and even though these flipped up a little, this booklet would hold this down. So see how you do, but I think that works out. It's a little close to the edge, but we're going to cover this with paper. And this will help the paper stick real good right to the edge, this tape here. Okay, so now let's test this out. So this booklet goes in your outer pocket. This one goes in the inside. You just want to test it out. Make sure it fits. So you can put it in that way, or you can have the folded side facing out. Either way, and that's what it would look like. And then this goes here. Okay, so let me show you what paper I chose. Okay, so that's what it would look like on the outside, nice and pink and pretty here. So I wanted this flower of this page to be in the center. So again, you take that piece of paper and you put little pencil marks and get it to fit on here. I rounded the edges and put the floral paper in the middle and on the back side that I had left over. You can wait for that. But I wanted to put my words up here. It's all nice script. So I lined that up and put pencil marks where it landed. This is just the same piece continued on. This is the back side of the paper, and I put it to about here, about an inch down. Rounded these edges. Okay, on the inside, I've got this flap. I chose green from the Craft Consortium. These two flowers, like it's on our cover and on our second page, this is from the cover sheet right here. And to get it to fit, I did cut into this black area right before the words. So right here and up to there, and it fit just nice, like right there. So yeah, you definitely can use the cover for things. For this booklet, I made the flowers from Craft Consortium. This is a little piece, about an inch, I had left over. So see what you have left over. And there, got the green leaves in here. So this goes there, like that, whoops, like that. And then this booklet goes in here. So looks good. The pullout has this love letters and music sheets, just like the same one that's here. And that is it. So the next page is our last page, page 8, and so exciting. We're coming to the end. It's beautiful so far. I hope you like it, and I'll see you in the next video.